Hello again, everybody. Zach Attack is here, my Atakline. It is Monday, April 11th, 2016. I just got out of the shower, so my hair's a little wet. Just got out of the shower. So I look fresh for my Atakline today. I didn't have any gigs this weekend. I'm on a little break right now. I'll be back in DJ action this Friday. I got a special needs dance at the Washington Senior Center, my first one of the year. Because I took February off. Last month I didn't have a dance and I had a magician instead. So now I'm back at special needs at Washington Senior Center Friday. Hell's on home and Wiley on Saturday. That's how diverse I am. One night I'm DJing for special needs kids having a fun time. The next night I'm DJing in front of a biker gang. Club gang, whatever. So there you go. That's my upcoming weekend. I haven't had a good weekend. And stayed warm, especially in Michigan. It was snowing yesterday. Typical Michigan weather. Yesterday it was 30 and snowing, and the snow melted today. It's 57 here. It's gonna get warm about a week, so yay! Spring's finally fucking coming, especially in Michigan. Anyway, on with the entertainment news of this weekend. Starting with your number one movie. Well, of all the movies that could kick off Superman vs. Batman, I knew this one would have a chance. It barely beat Superman Batman by a small fraction. Of course, referring to The Boss with Melissa McCarthy making $23 million. $23.5 million. And Batman vs. Superman making $23.3 million. Barely losing. While Hardcore Henry, the other movie that came out this weekend, bombed miserably with $5 million above expectations. Although it did achieve its demographic of males who play video games because it's a first-person movie. It looks interesting because it's kind of a different movie, but it's not going to appeal to a lot of folks. It's going to appeal to males, and especially those who play video games. Feels like you all playing the video game. So there you go. On with the old, speaking of number ones, get on with number ones from Billboard. First up, we have a new number one album with the 7th number one album, Kanye's The Life of Pablo. Now, the album's been out for a while, but only on streaming like Tidal. But this past week, Kanye made it available for all services, including iTunes, Rhapsody, among other services, to buy and stream. Besides making it was a Tidal exclusive, and now it became inclusive to all retailers. So that's why the album got to land at number one with 94,000 album units. 28,000 was pure album sales. The rest was in streaming. It's, like I said, its 7th number one album. Well, Chris Stapleton, surging from another big awards night at the ACMs, at this big night at the CMAs back in November, surges to number 2 on the charts behind Kanye. But while we have a new number one album, we have a still number one for 8 weeks. Work. Rihanna and Drake. Now, Rihanna's now tied the Beatles for second most total weeks at number one. She has spent 59 weeks total for number ones, like all the singles, in her entire legacy with 14 number ones. She spent 59 weeks at number one for all of her singles. And she ties with the Beatles for having the second most total weeks spent at number one. Mariah Carey is the leader with 79 most weeks at number one in her illustrious career. While we also have a new top 10 hit with Panda from Designer, which I played at Wilkinson last week. What was popular? Panda was decent. Although my new favorite gangster songs, especially playing at Wilkinson, was like Two Phones by Kevin Goetz and Down in DM, which I played at the club too by Yo Gotti, which was well received at the Wilkinson. So guys, here, new number one album, Kanye, and you're still number one album, single, Rihanna. Album, Kanye, single, Rihanna. Speaking of Billboard, let's get to some award show news now. Yesterday was the MTV Movie Awards, which was hosted, of course, by The Rock and Kevin Hart. It was a decent, fun show. Awarding the Will Smith that's actually alive, not the football player who passed away. So our one award show had its ceremony Another award show announces their nominees. Of course, referring to the Billboard Music Awards, which will take place on May the 22nd, with Ludacris and Rihanna as your hosts. Now, Ludacris will host it again for the third year in a row, but will now be joined by Sierra. First off, canceling more tours than Janet Jackson. Anyway, when it comes to the nominees, The Weeknd is the big nominee getter, leading with 19 nominations in 16 categories, which means he's probably multiple nominated in some categories. Bieber, another Canadian, he's a finalist 12 times in 11 categories. And Drake and Fetty Wap, finalists 11 times in 10 categories, and Adele and Taylor Swift both up for 8. There's so many awards to name here. There's too much to name. I'll just give you some of the top awards in the nominees. We have top artists: Adele, Bieber, Drake, Swift, Weeknd. Adele will win out of those 5. Closest could be like Bieber or Taylor, but I don't know. Top new artists: Fetty Wap, Army, Charlie Puth, Salento, Bryson Chill. I say Fetty Wap or Salento. Maybe Puth, because he's had a couple more hits than Army and Fetty Wap and Salento. Top male, we have Bieber, The Weeknd, Ed Sheeran, Fetty Wap, and Drake. Top female, we have Adele, Selena Gomez, Ariana Grande, Rihanna, and T-Swizzle. Top Billboard 200, Adele, Bieber, Drake, Taylor Swift, Weeknd. Probably Adele will win it. Top Hot 100. Surprisingly, Adele's not nominated, but it's Justin Bieber, Drake, Fetty Wap, T-Swizzle, and The Weeknd. It's either T-Swizzle, Weeknd, or Bieber because they've had multiple number 1s last year. Fetty Wap only had a top 5 hit with Trap Queen. Top 200 album, we have Adele, 25, Bieber, Purpose, Ed Sheeran, Multiply, 1989, Taylor Swift, and The Weeknd's Beauty Behind the Madness. I say Adele, duh. Biggest album last year, it has to be it. Or 1989, maybe. We have Hot 100 Solemn. Hello, Trap Queen, See You Again. Can't Feel My Face on the Hills. I say See You Again or Hello, because they're two of the biggest, longest lasting number 1s of last year. Top selling song. We have Hello, See You Again, Cheerleader, Fight Song, in the Hills. I say Fight Song or Hello. Lot of awards. We have Drake for Hotline Bling, Trap Queen, 679, Watch Me and See You Again for top rap song. I say Watch Me, Hotline, or See You Again. So there's too many categories to name. There's so many. Which some will be presented on TV, some will not. And like I said, the awards will take place on May 22nd. I may be able to watch it because I think there is not. I think there is. It's always the day of a WWE pay-per-view. Like, every ABC award show that's not the CMAs is always the same day as a wrestling show. AMAs have been the same day as a wrestling show for years. And same thing with the Billboard Awards. It's the same day as a wrestling pay-per-view, but not this year. Yeah, I can actually watch the Billboard Awards this year. Finally, I can actually watch them. They, of course, like I said, take place May 22nd at 8 on ABC, taking place from Vegas at the newly opened T-Mobile Arena. And speaking of concerts at the T-Mobile Arena, Guns N' Roses had their concerts this past weekend, following a warm-up show at the Troubadour in Los Angeles. Of course, the highly anticipated Not in This Lifetime reunion tour with just Axl, Slash, and Duff, with people replacing Storm and replacing Adler and No Izzy, will kick off, of course, June 23rd, properly in Detroit at Ford Field. But they're doing some warm-ups, including as the 2 shows in Vegas. But during the Los Angeles show, Axl sadly broke his foot, threatening not just the Vegas shows, but the entire tour, including, of course, the highly anticipated performance in the first of 2 weekends at Coachella this weekend. But Axl got to perform because he got to borrow Dave Grohl's phone that he used when he broke his leg last year. For the looks of it, the show was pretty well done in an arena form. It's like the first full-on show. Because Troubadour was more like a warm-up show in a small club. This is a full-on show that's going to be triple size when it lands in stadiums. It's like the whole entire setup they were going to use in the stadiums. They opened up like at the Troubadour with "It's so easy, easy, so fucking easy." Causing it all the classics you want to hear. Mr. Brown's song, "My Michelle, Don't You Cry." I think they did "Don't Cry, My Michelle" the second night, Saturday, with a guest appearance from Sebastian Bach. That was pretty cool. Obviously, they do "Sweet Child of Mine," "Welcome to the Jungle," and they even did songs like "At the Troubadour" from Chinese Democracy, the album that Duffin / weren't even on. But it was interesting to see the clips I've seen on YouTube of them doing those songs. Axl's voice ain't what it used to be, but he's trying. He is sounding a little better than he has in recent years. So there you go. Despite being hampered by a foot injury, Axl, like I said, got to perform on his throne. He'll probably perform on that throne at Coachella, but he might be better in time for the tour to actually start on June 23rd at Ford Field in Detroit. It probably could be fine by then.
1, 5, 8,
Hold on.
6.
What? Oh, there you go. Someone answered that phone. So there you go. G&R performed their first full-on shows at Vegas with Alice in Chains opening in Vegas at T-Mobile Arena. Of course, G&R all in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This past weekend, on Friday night, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony took place to induct some new members into their esteemed hall, and some were not happy with them. Among the inductees to be honored, which will air on HBO on April 30th, we had NWA accepting their award. They didn't perform. They're the only ones that didn't perform. But you had Dre there, MC Wayne, Yella, and of course family representing Easy Motherfucking E, and of course Ice Cube. They threw a little shade at Gene Simmons, who dissed the death of hip-hop. See, basically Gene Simmons, I want to say that Gene Simmons hip-hop is here forever. Get used to it. Because people questioning NWA's rock and roll roots. Ice Cube said it best. Rock and roll is not conforming to the people that came before you, but creating your own path in music and in life. That's rock and roll. And that is us. Gene Simmons did kind of back to NWA's comments, saying respectfully, let me know when Jimi Hendrix gets into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Then you'll have a point. So, there you go. So, NWA didn't perform because of lack of support in the organization, blah, 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 blah. But some bands did get to perform, including a We Formed for One Night Cheap Trick with estranged drummer Bunny Carlos performing with them for the first time in about 10 years. It'll probably be the last time we get to see Bunny Carlos behind the drum booth because Rick Nielsen pulled an Eddie Van Halen, replacing him with his own child. Like Eddie did when he replaced Michael Anthony with Wolfgang Van Halen. But at least they let Bunny Carlos perform with them at the ceremony. So that was cool. They let him do that. Chicago performed, of course, without Peter Cetera. And did all their classics. Deep Purple, of course, without Richie Blackmore. But he was indeed mentioned in the speeches as the current lineup of Deep Purple, who I saw last year, performed the hits, including, of course, Smoke on the Water. But the most talked about inductor was Steve Miller, who lashed out at the Hall of Fame during the ceremony, lashing out at the treatment of his inductees and lack of women in the Hall of Fame. He called the event lazy, with a bunch of fat cats that was tantamount to a bad reality show. I don't even know why I was nominated for this, because I said this for 30 years. I don't get along with the people wanting it. When I found out, I felt like I was in a fucking reality show. It wasn't very overwhelming. It was a lazy kind of night. Blah, 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 blah. They make it difficult for the artists. I think it's time for the people wanting this to turn over to new people because it doesn't need to be this difficult. People in the cruise are nice, but people that are wanting it have no concept at the top. They have no concept of how to run a concert and how to run an award ceremony or how to take care of artists. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame responded to Miller's comments, saying that rock and roll can ignite many opinions. And what makes it so great. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was honored to induct Steve Miller last night. Despite his grumbleness, He did get to perform some of his classics, including Joker, among others. Get ready to see all this unfold on television when, like I said, the ceremony will air on April 30th on HBO. Because Kid Rock inducted Cheap Trick. Rob Thomas, who's touring with Counting Crows this year, inducted Chicago. NW was inducted by Kendrick Lamar, who presented the NT Movie Award to them the next night. That aired last night on MTV for Best True Story. The Black Keys inducted Cheap Trick. No, inducted Cheap Trick. Kid Rock inducted Cheap Trick. Black Keys inducted Steve Miller. And Lars Ulrich inducted Deep Purple. Makes sense because his band, especially James Hetfield, mentioned Deep Purple to get in when Metallica got in. Now Deep Purple in. Let's get Motorhead in. Let's get Judas Priest in. And let's get Def Leppard in and Bon Jovi in. And get all the bands that James Hetfield said. Because Rush is in, Kiss is in, Deep Purple's now in. Now let's get Priest and Motorhead in. In Maiden. In the Scorpions. Go down the list. Steve Miller does have a point. So there you go. And more women, he said. Like I said. That is it for my Atakline. Thank you very much for watching. With that in mind, you've all been attacked by the news from Zach. Maybe these guys should go in too. Maybe. I like these guys. Depeche Mode. With that in mind, you've been attacked by the news from Zach. See you later.